unorthodox, right? We're talking about it in the first map. It's some of these rounds, the synergy is what makes the unorthodox work.
And I'm with you. And speaking of unorthodox synergy, can we just appreciate that analyst desk? Tom, very funny man. Funny little egg man. Jonas,
funny
too
head.
handsome. Too handsome to be on there. And just Yinsu, big brain. Big brain Yinsu. It's fantastic. Good work, guys. All right, let's get into things. The UI's making me nervous. Don't know what's going on there, but we are live into the round, so let's start focusing up and see what we have on our hands. As, yeah, the UI's definitely hitting some spoilers up, I think.
Oh, look, guys.
So...
Don't look at it.
Close your eyes. All right. Trying to cast without a UI. This is a play-by-play caster's nightmare, but what is going to be a dream, though, is Doma going towards the side. Wall goes up, Spike goes down, and FNATIC looking to make the early moves. However, Scream does find Durka, that opposite number. We're waiting to see that potential battle come down on.
It's actually Doma going to find a headshot onto Link here, and Liquid stacked up, but FNATIC playing this very deep.
Scream starting to clear. That's lovely. Might even seen the other over towards the pipe. Boasted just on the other side of that wall trying to bide the time. And time is going to be a huge factor. Soulcast to find Boaster now. Here comes that counter push. Cryptics to find Mystic. And now just one player alive. And yeah, gone, done for, Magnum dead. That was quite the round to begin with, not just because my eyes were very confused, but across the board, a good beginning that they desperately needed.
Absolutely, and a clean hit, to be honest, to bounce back after that map one. They need I guess a dominant round like that, a comfortable round to get themselves on the board, start things off for Liquid, so really good stuff from them. The purchase coming back in, and just waiting to see what FNATIC decide to throw at this. A couple of sheriffs, but across the board, actually only really Yampy going to sit on a ghost for the time being, whether or not he does opt pick up an SMG alongside it. I mean, really, that potentially Yampy gonna save food for the operator as well this early on.
Durka did get shot down at the start by Scream, so maybe looking to try and pick up, not necessarily the slack, but try and keep his numbers up against his opposing number. Magnum gonna take a lot of space here. That's massive, and Boaster kind of highlighting that position will make Link feel comfortable, and yeah, dead. Magnum now going to get the upgrade, but a quick trade out. Scream going to keep that one in check, not allowed to get too dangerous, but Durka going to take some space in response. Scream on the lurk around the side, going to catch a good few, and this is, again, very, very solid coming back in.
Again, confidence boosters early on, get these clean rounds. A couple of players popping off. Scream 3 on the round so far. Important to note, just early, won't even get the better of him there. Scream good for the 4th as well, but again, early on we see Magnum he finds a gap and he slips through, able to backstab. I think it was Link on Boiler, right? Scream very quick with the trade, but the fact that we mentioned that beforehand and Magnum already showing, even if he does it a couple of rounds now, it's gonna make Liquid play a little more cautiously. Always got to be aware of the possibility. It's almost like that reverse conditioning. Yes, he's not necessarily lurking this round, but we've got to be aware of it.
Keep it in the back of your minds. Durka now going to be leading the way, though. Trying to take a little space this time. Magnum following up as well. FNATIC going to start vying for that long control towards B. You're going to see the lean over as well from the Jet coming in. That being Scream, Yampy up towards yellow. Not necessarily first contact, but will swing once contact is made. And favour of the round will sit with FNATIC considering the rifles, but already Scream's got something to say about the matter. That's one so far, but gonna need to do a lot more as he is now alone on this site. The other 2 players will be on the way shortly, but for now, just trying to hold territory.
Yeah, FNATIC actually got to respect this for the time being, which will allow a little bit of a rotation to come out. Things quieten down for just a moment. Liquid potentially second guessing this, but FNATIC just waiting on that Viper utility to come back up. Durka going to find the first, the second. Link, last man up for Liquid here. Try and do some damage early on, and he's not going to get it. 4 will survive for FNATIC, and decent ult progress across the board, to be honest. Again, getting the orb there, and Doma 1 away from his. See, on the flip side, yeah, Scream invested his Bladestorm obviously to try and ride out and convert that round as well with some lesser weapons, but Fortunately, only amounted to 1 kill.
And for FNATIC, this is a big tick in the box, though, isn't it? Keeping so many players alive. 4 spike plant. Great start into the gun round now for them. And of course, we saw the buyback in for a second there. You do get to see Yampy on the op. Scream sticking on the rifle. Not too surprising. Kind of used to that by now. Magnum starting to take space. We'll keep our eyes on FNATIC as to what they want to do, but also the switch-ups of position here. This will be interesting how much faith they put in someone like Yampy, and it looks like a lot. You can see Viper sitting super deep, going to almost rotate off the site, so
He's got the operator here.
Exactly, a lot of faith put in that operator to hold these long lines, which, look, I mean, you got to kind of back your man, right? You got to put a lot of confidence in him, and I want to see what they do now that they have that additional freedom to maybe play a little bit more towards middle or lean towards the other sides of the map.
Well, you make an interesting point because there's actually 3 members of Liquid up here, and I think that's the Magnum effect, right? He's actually over towards A site. Early on, Liquid making the right decisions to just keep him at bay. Actually, look at this split coming through. Actually going to be able to wall off all the way into screens here and potentially get into the backside of A.
Yeah, but Scream... Oh, wow. Okay. I don't often see Scream miss like that. It looked like the low sense kicked him in the ass for once, but the players on the site still do a little bit of damage, but overall, FNATIC have taken site. Rez comes up. They're back up to 4 standing. Soulcast and Yampy, we saw earlier on, they were traditionally the B players, of course, so the rotate back in is a long one and an arduous task. Yampy with that op as well, probably looking to try and keep that if he feels that the odds are just simply too stacked against him.
It's a big weight on the economy here to risk giving this up in the retake, but also, I mean, just fundamentally get it back in with just the 1 rifle. You've almost got to play the trade off this operator. Yampy's got to be the first one to take the peak, but they will back off, try and hold on to this. Potentially muster some sort of purchase in the next round, or at least ride this out. And relatively clean on the side of FNATIC. Rez invested. I know he was close last time, but FNATIC happy to just sit this out. Don't even want to try and hunt this down. We'll tie things up 2-2.
Once the rifles have come out for FNATIC, they seem to have quelled the danger man, which is Scream, of course. We have to keep that in mind. He went on, what, a 7-kill run in the first 2 rounds. So, as I said, lovely burst through there on the wrap, taking down not only Scream, but Link as well.
Spike down A.
Don't often see Scream in a position where he does miss, honestly.
Well, yeah, and also just about half a second off as well. Potentially Scream looking to, I guess, tuck himself right into the corner of rafters there, but Link a little offbeat this peak.
Now, the buy coming back in here for Liquid is subpar. It does still have the kind of, I guess, the meat of the dinner. With the op with Yampy, the rifle with Soulcast, we do have Scout, Marshal, Guardian.
The no armor Guardian from Screaming. He's looking for the taps, man. He's looking for the taps again. We
Wait
saw
for
him
him to
force
ace
out.
it, dude.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's just like one of those, you're like, alright, Scream, if you're purely just gonna go for this, I kind of want to see the headshot machine. But we'll see what he gets out of it. Again, he is just kind of the glass cannon in his own way. When I first started playing Valorant and we saw the Guardian, I was like, if someone with aim gets that gun, oh no. If someone really works on refining that, dearie me. Yampy's a little off timing on this. Yeah, lovely. Threading on the needle by Boaster there catches Yampy completely unawares. Now, yes, Soulcast is with him. Unrevealed as well, but it's all but a ruse. The spike's all over towards A. This doesn't matter. So he cryptics with it all in front of him. Spots one. Nah, not going to get that on the whip there. Doma's going to get it. And Link on the other side leans in, finds one, but now we have to see the headshot machine. Let's see if we do indeed talk about those one taps.
Player standing.
We definitely
Dirk
don't
is
talk
like,
about those.
no, you don't talk about that anymore. Soulcast now, the 1v3 presented. Or FNATIC will continue with this turnaround off the back of that first buy round that came in.
He's a long way away from saving that operator as well, so I think probably just going to look to maybe do some damage and hold on to this once again. I mean, he has the opportunity now. Yeah, you're going to see him run all the way over towards yellow, try and save that for Yampy, because I think actually coming into this, even with Soulcast forcing up some utility, Yampy was down to about 800 credits, so he's going to be in a bad position on the Killjoy to obviously purchase utility and a weapon and armor. So to come back and retrieve the operator for them. We'll take a quick look how that's going to leave Liquid overall, but you can see Yampy, yeah, 3,800, no utility. He would have really struggled to get something together here, so wise decision. Soulcast still 46 armor as well, so he can pretty much force back onto the Phantom. Still got 2 snake bites. A decent purchase really coming out of that. Not a lot left, to be honest. I mean, other than...
No.
Actually, wait. Yampy dropped over to Soulcast, so he's actually running light on utility here. It's only the alarm bot that he's got.
I mean, look, do you really pick up Yampy for his utility work?
Nope.
Nope. So, it's alright. And look at the space he's already gone. That he's alleviated the pressure so they can hit these rotations early. You're going to have so much dedication towards this A site. Now, yes, they still have to deal with the hit, but Scream's going to be on duty. He's going to see more than enough information now, and especially with that deeper lurk coming out from Yampy taking so much space, Liquid can have full faith in this. Yes, maybe a little cautious of that mid lurk, but you still have Viper on the case. Now, FNATIC down to 3. If they try and back away from this, the line of sight will be favorable towards Yampy. So, FNATIC are almost forced to just go forward.
You see Liquid going to stack bodies on the site here. Mystic's will find Boaster on the swing. Mystic going to respond though. Link deals with that perfectly. And you make a really good point. Yes, with the lack of utility there, Yampy just not getting any contact in the early round. He could, and makes the most of a bad situation. He can't rely on that information or having the nano swarm to potentially bail him out and stop a rush coming through, but responds perfectly. Gets deep enough where FNATIC, if they do fall back, they're going to get farmed in the open. And there's 4 bodies on a site that can then pinch. They can push all the way through to belt.
Ooh. This is a switch up from the defending side. I want to see if they go aggressive maybe off this. I'm seeing 3 players stacked towards B very early on here. And it looks like maybe a mid piece coming out from FNATIC as well. So this could be quite interesting if we see maybe a push up here from the defending side. This could catch FNATIC in a really tricky spot potentially, or they'll miss each other like ships in the night. Now, they're going to kind of post up Yampy, it looks like, towards that B-long peak. Again, alleviate those rotation, like, kind of pressures. Allow maybe, you know, that Jet and that Viper to be a little bit more around and about. Soulcast now does get to focus towards middle a little more. Does get contact. Now you're going to see several fights on several fronts. Soulcast needs to be aware of mid. Yampy has to be aware of long. Yampy again turns that up into a shotgun. Takes down Boaster. Durka, though, wants to respond in kind, but the read comes out from Yampy in the shot as well. Yampy starting to just show off flex why this man was picked up by Liquid. Extremely diligent on that up. Soulcast with a bit of a wide swing on it allows Doma the chance to respond in kind, and now the 3v3 ensues, and Magnum, the play in middle, does get caught off, but now noted by both sides.
This is really tricky here. Again, I was going to say Yampy stuck behind yellow. The Viper's bit invested upstairs. I'm actually going to get Durka back on his feet as well, just to make sure they can secure. Cryptic's the last man standing for Liquid. He's going to push on and find anything here, but a really strong setup with the 3-man of FNATIC here in the post plant. Don't even think he's going to find one. He won't. Mystic playing just inside behind the box. Yeah, Yampy nearly got something going there. And again, winning out versus Boaster close range on B lane was really the green light for everybody to push through connector, but didn't end up mattering because FNATIC got full site control there and in a position where they're able to, you know, at least pressure these rotations coming through with kitchen control and, you know, maybe a peek through to Hut. I didn't catch it, but just making them, you know, slow down for a couple of seconds to make sure that site's completely clear.
Back in we go. Heavy lean towards B this time from FNATIC. No quick success
and
though.
Liquid.
Yeah, and this 3-play stack, we saw it initially last round. They did fall off this when there was no quick contact. Now, they're going to see them stick around. Scream's right above them. They have no idea. This could be death from above. Scream, though, waits patiently. The timing has to be perfect. 2 players close, 3 deeper, but that's going to be Doma now gone. Big pickup there. Doma being removed takes away a little bit of that deeper sustain, that longer ability to keep this team on their feet. Magnum now feeling maybe a little less comfortable playing up on this side.
So things will slow down after that first blood. Really, I mean, Liquid able to sit as they are and go as 2-1-2 with Scream over towards Kitchen. Durka not really getting a peek off the back of that Magnum. We'll drift up. We will find one player, but there's a second. It's Yampi's behind the wall right now, but numbers on here. Durka might actually find one. Yes, it's Scream inside.
Oh, and I was waiting for Yampi to just walk that wall, honestly. The trade was there, and you know Magnum was watching it too. Boaster trying to catch that mid flank, but no, Link breaks through. But now, looking at what's left, it's Cryptix and just Link in the 2v2. Durka and Magnum on the other side, spotted both out now. Durka has all the information. Magnum can fall away, get a nicer post plant. Even could go and sit so much deeper. Yeah, gonna depend on the ult. Basically secures this round, not necessarily for free, but...
Look at Hunter's Fury.
Wait. And the investment on this is going to be interesting, because look at this flank from Durka. He can make this so costly, and now they're all... Oh, no! What is going... What? Hello? Hypoc, what has just happened?
What has just happened? Nobody, neither member of Liquid, like, no, there's no way. We heard that sound cue, but there's no way there's somebody behind us popping the Blade Storm. And interestingly enough, Cryptic's not using the Hunter's Fury off the rip to deny this lockdown. Like you said, all but seals this round. I can't believe
conclusion. That. It was a bit weird, wasn't it? And, well, Magnum's been called off too, but...
I mean, to invest the res and then not deal with the lockdown is really strange for me.
I mean, economy, sure, but then you see this and you're like, what? Yeah, I'm a little taken aback by that, I'm not gonna lie. And of course we see the knock-on effect. We mentioned economy. Well, look at the state of it for Liquid here. Yes, Cryptix, of course, will be fine. Soulcast is going to bring out a Judge, but the rest, far from perfect. Scream can try to fill that void, I guess, if wanted, but yeah, it seems though that is going to be the intention here. Yampi early damage received. Swing through from tunnel, though, from the tube. Not bad. Link's going to find one. Let's see if they can get a gun away or do some more damage.
The Magnum going to juggle that one away, not giving Liquid a chance to retrieve it. You see, actually, it looks like that's what Liquid want to do. They're going to stack a second player over towards Tube now. Soulcast tucked in with the Judge. God help FNATIC if they decide to push that. They are going to wait things out. Still 60 seconds left on the clock, so they can definitely wait to see if Liquid try and make a move. But B site wide open right now. FNATIC might actually drift over this way.
See what that internal timing's like. Yeah, suddenly you're going to see Scream kind of heading over. It is going to be just that tick as, the smoke goes, and they have to be a little bit more cautious of this. Now, there are plenty of ults available
Revealing area
for Liquid. FNATIC still trying to build up quite meticulously. We're down to 30 seconds here. Scream waiting patiently on the site. Now have 3 players. For Liquid, there's the ult we were waiting for, and actually he's going to deny the spike plant. This could be a problem now. Baits it out, Magnum finds Soulcast, response not found for Scream, so FNATIC stabilizing Magnum.
Beautiful.
Again, huge work from him.
Again, you give him 15 seconds, and the positions he's able to work himself into are just so deadly. So deadly. Really good stuff, and see here, just on the minimap, the timing of this is, as they get B lane control, they get close enough to site, Magnum drifts back over. Perfectly played by FNATIC. And damage control-wise, yes, they trade early on. It comes to a 4v4, but Liquid aren't able to kind of descend on that and get anything working on the back of it.
Early ult investment coming out this time around. Soulcast wanting to try and contain as best he can towards B long, keep vision all his own. Eventually could funnel FNATIC here, but Magnum gonna hear Scream for sure. You ever see, when like pets get the zoomies or like cats get the zoomies and they just run in, like smack themselves into like a wardrobe or something? It's just kind of like that. But Yampi gonna miss the timing on the cross, counts to 3, hits mouse 1, doesn't quite get it. But Cryptix will still on the site himself, so re-aggressing gonna take some of that space back. I don't know if Durka saw him then, I don't think he did.
No. Got to tuck himself into, whether or not that recon's gonna reveal him, it won't. Get dealt with by Link behind him. Cryptix should be good for at least one in this scenario. He absolutely is. Little drop off though, gonna punish his recoil, but will come down to Durka. In a 1v3
Show me
here.
the money. Show me the money, Durka. Let's go. 1v3, 39 seconds. That's time.
To die.
Yeah, all right, look, you got to try and hype it up, right? You know how, like, in observing, you always follow the one player who's left alive in a 1v3? It's, you know, it'll happen like that Cadian clip in Counter-Strike, right? It'll be like, okay, it's a 1v4. You know, have I told you this story before? The classic. He starts off like that, you know? One day it'll happen and we'll be geniuses. It'll look great. Wasn't that round, though, so no worries. And here it is, yeah, Yampy just steps out. Easy stuff for him. And good to see Yampy finding a little bit more comfort, it seems like. You know, he hasn't had a mad amount of rounds where he's popped off, but quite big impact. We saw that solo hold towards B, and he's dead. Okay, what was that, Durka?
And that's because they know Yampy's playing in that spot. But actually, look, Mystic's able there to...
It's such a good read.
On the tag.
And I mean, this is, you know, pound for pound, if you're looking at countering a player, that's perfect. Durka knows exactly what the op's going to do. He's read Yampy's position super well, gets the op himself, still has his ult, depending on how he wants to play this out. Slow comes in, goes for a deeper angle if he wants to keep repeaking that. Scream, trying his best to dissuade this, but he can't really deny it at this point.
On the Aldome, gonna spy out Durka. Magnum again gonna catch the timing on the wall, and keep your eye on the minimap. This whole time, FNATIC are just going to buy time for Magnum to get into a spot to secure this round. It's only one left
so
standing.
good.
And look at it, again, going to pick up Link. It's
Show me the
just
start.
beautiful.
Show me the start.
Last round
I just
before
want
the
to see that
switch.
beginning from Durka there. He goes, that was just straight up marking your man. That is straight up to find that first pick. And as soon as he takes down someone like Yampy, that's a huge gun recovered. You know that they're using him as the swing point because they can leave Yampy almost on his own. They leave him to kind of control B-Long, which is a pretty fair shout. It's worked well in the past. But the mid-game adaptation to just take him out of the equation, stunning.
But it's perfect, because I mean, the Aldome goes off, so Yampy's posted there. He's like, somebody's going to peek with the Aldome, right? But because he's scoped in, Durka's so far out of his LOS. And again, look at it. Yampy tries to creep up, get himself behind the box. Durka opening this round up for FNATIC once again. Soulcast gets tagged on the recon. He's got to give it up. Can't play close with the judge. FNATIC going to find entry so early on towards B.
And there's a reason we were excited for some of these choices coming out. Durka, when he gets that freedom, when he starts being the instigator to some of these rounds, he can be essential. Scream, though, we know what he can do. This time quelled quickly by Boaster. Cryptic's back on the trade, though. Spike continues to tick, and look at the timing on this. There it is. Hunter's Fury going to come out, going to try and clear out some of these post-plant common positions. Nothing to be collected from that.
I guess that was to try and actually clear out the snake bite coming through. Soulcast lands a good shot, though. Doma will fall. I think the second snake bite's been invested. Yeah, just landed there, so... Mystic and Boaster can play this one slow for the time being.
Last player standing.
He's actually on the flank.
Boaster. Oh. Valiant
First, I
attempt.
thought the second was going to line up again, man. It was going to be almost a Draken moment for him.
Yep. I almost believed. I almost believed. I was on board. At 7-5, though, scoreline-wise, it's strange, right? Because my mind goes to the amount of outplays that Durka's brought in here. He's showing off. But the scoreline isn't drastically one-sided.
No. So to close this out 7-5, I mean, I said it in the first map, really. Whatever they were going to be able to muster together, but this is a much better start. And you can tell the tempo just from the first couple of rounds from Liquid. Just looking to bounce back, or at least feeling a lot more confident here on Icebox, but now the real test comes. They're attacking half. Whether or not FNATIC are going to try and play this as proactively as we've come to expect.
Durka trying to get a little postured up, but Liquid just smashing through the more aggressive lean coming out. The beginning. Scream. Yeah, straight on through. He knows it. Lovely timing there from Scream, and they're just going to power forward through this. Yes, Mystic can try and deny at least the aggression from Scream, but the others aren't far away. They can hit the brakes for a second, but Mystic can only deny this for so long, and now that much more favorable position becomes a little dicey. Switches it up, 4 more bullets to play with, makes the most of it. Still finds Yampy, no trade.
And now Liquid, when they got away out this heal, Link down to 35 HP, 10 seconds left on it. You can see it on cooldown. Actually, Doma has stayed on B site. Now, Liquid are going to read this as, yeah, we've shown enough presence here. Surely both of them are here. Doma could be in a deadly spot here. A heal does come through. Link going to get himself topped up once again.
Toxins going up.
It's got to be eyes on Doma,
30
right?
seconds left.
Like, what can he do? They've got 27 seconds. He's going to hear these steps now, call for support, but time, he's got to try and buy it. He's got to take down these players. It's everything he needed to do. And now Cryptics, this is going to just shatter what they were trying to build back here, and he's got to find him fast. The wall he's just going to dip away from. Doma's buying time, a swift dispatching of that, but still, Spike goes down, but look at the timing he's bought. Mystic should be right there, waiting for Cryptics to show his head.
He's got the rope.
The rope, wait, Mystic! He's still in this one, but Cryptics now has the advantage on the angle, and Mystic outdone by Cryptics.
Yeah, Cryptic's coming up here. I mean, it's so awkward for Doma there. He's got the wall. He tries to throw it down to at least isolate one angle and try and survive as long as possible, but Cryptic stands strong and will close that one out, but again, having the presence of mind there to leave Doma on B site. Fantastic stuff from them. And not only that, but to find the first 2 kills as well. Really well played by him. What a great pistol round.
Toxin. Poison orb emitting.
Scream again. Happy to be first man forward. Doma's just killing people. All right, fair enough. Good trade for Yampy. Quick. Tries to not let that get too far out of touch. Scream though. Finding it hard to find as much space as he'd like. And these pistols, as much as they shouldn't be an issue. See what they can get with them, Boaster. Yeah, no, not today. They're trying to get cheeky with it, and I don't even blame them. I quite like it. Like, try and pull something off. You got to take some, you know, riskier fights to try and make those pistols work, but nothing so far really beyond that initial trade.
A little more utility invested towards side. Scream spraying wildly through and actually going to bait a peek out of Magnum.
Enemy remaining.
Mystic dealt with. Durka, last man standing, a frenzy in hand. If we can do any further damage here, we'll find the first actually. Yampy, in his position. A little bit there. Scream low HP as well. You can see him actually does not want to commit to that peek. He dashes away.
Respect being given, and deservedly so. Cryptics to close the book on this round, and we are back at a tied game. 7 apiece for either side now. We have to look at the money coming into this. We will be having the buy coming out from FNATIC, and on the other side it'll be that kind of, not necessarily a pure bonus round, because the 2 rifles are going to be joining.
Here.
Really, Cryptic's got the Hunter's Fury online already, but nothing else available at Liquid's disposal right now. Everybody stacked up towards A. Nobody from FNATIC this time around with these weapons. Looking to catch anybody in the early round, but the attack comes through from Cryptics. Actually, I think the distance far enough there. They're not able to close that kill out. Scream will find one though, but Magnum with the nano sword perfectly placed. Gonna shut him down before he can cause any more problems.
Yampy looking to try and maybe punish some of these rotations. If he can thread that needle well enough, Doma could be on the chopping block, but that will take time. FNATIC know that there is still a lot of presence towards A, but you can see those cogs turning internally. Boast already trying to check mid, but by now, Yampy has crossed past this point. This is what Liquid are holding for. See what Yampy can do with this. Positioning. Needs to work, but look at the counterplay. They've missed each other like ships in the night. You're going to have this mid push now coming out from the other side. You're going to have maybe Doma around the flank, but there it is. Yampy finds one. He even expects the second. Can't quite get it though. But the problem is that Magnum even got a kill on the way in towards the site. So now there's only 2 coming in towards the site itself. This is the rifle round, but what's left is the rifle on Link still.
30 seconds
Cryptic's
left.
only on the SMG, but trying to hold those closer angles. Here's all these steps. Should have heard all these steps. There we go. Finds it on Durka, but was already looking towards the rafters. Doma, one's good. The second evades. And a lovely play back in from Link.
Really good stuff. I mean, Cryptic's making the most of that Spectre, get himself into a position where, yes, it's a very disciplined check if somebody swings that, especially when, you know, the spike's only just gone down. They haven't necessarily got an awful lot of time to set up in, you know, a really weird spot like that, but makes it work. Link swings perfectly. Find that trade. Liquid will pull ahead, 8-7 now. FNATIC back down on a scrappy purchase. A Spectre, Marshall, a couple of Sheriffs. No Blade Storm from Durka. Whether or not they're going to make a play for that orb over on B. Try and get that online as well. Again, Magnum and Mystic trying to creep up early on. Try and make use of these pistols. It's not going to happen.
Again. It should be 9 for Liquid. Unless... Mystic does more of this. Where has he just got 2 of those kills from? Screams above, trying to be the turret himself, and this is going to be death from above. Wait, maybe not. Look at the damage he sustained. 28 HP. He's got to back away there, already suffering a little more than he'd like, but it is still a 2v3, and these weapons aren't doing them many favors. Boaster just wants the weapon at this point. Clears close sight. He's going to have to depend on Durka to do just that. He's going to get to halfway. Durka! He can't do any more for the hold! He's not going to stop! Oh! Soulcast has to put his body on the line, flies in there to hold on to the round.
That was so close. That was so close to coming through on the defuse. Oh my word. But FNATIC make them work for it. Only 2 survive, but look at the ult progression here for Liquid. Everything except the Hunter's Fury online. So just keep an eye on that defusal here with Durka living as long as he did. Look how close it was, Lauren.
That's when you're starting to sweat, aren't you? It's like, oh no.
There's somebody made a comment yesterday. It was like, yeah, on land he gets that. On land, that goes through.
100%. I mean, wait till there's crowds. That changes the entire dynamic, doesn't it? Oh, can't wait. I can't wait. Get us to an event. Let's get back to normal. For now, Cryptics trying to deal with the abnormally good performance of Durka this round. Screams up for the fight. He's feeling brave enough. Doma's there as well, though, for FNATIC, so it's not just 1 to get past, it will be 2.
No damage done. Either way. Actually, with Yampy getting himself pretty deep on A, there you go. He will find that. Just on the back of that contact on B, Magnum actually starts to take a little peek to see what's going on, and he will lose his life for it.
Scream now.
Welcome to my
Actually, hold on. Investment of the ult from Soulcast. This could make things more difficult. Scream! Scream just dives on in. Okay, fair enough. I mean, he gets 1, but it forces out the res, but now they're back up towards as many bodies as they could possibly get. FNATIC force standing. Spike is down, even with the damage coming through. And look at the amount of ults.
Going on.
Okay, Hypoc, you're an analyst caster. Have fun.
There's lockdowns, there's Viper's Pit. Magnus gonna swing, actually find Cryptics down in the corner there. Link actually gonna get Cryptics back on his feet immediately. Only 1 detained, and that was on the back of Liquid's lockdown. It's just chaos. It's absolute chaos. Still inside the Viper's Pit here. Mystic desperately trying to get something done, but look at it. The utility comes through again.
Oh, there was more mess on the screen there than Overwatch.
Round ever in Valorant.
That was like how many? There was like what?
Look
so
at it. Look
both
at
Killjoys.
Look at the old cogs. There's
Player standing.
both reses invested, both lockdowns invested. Was both Viper Pit?
I know 1 Viper Pit went in. I don't know if both did. I think Mystic.
Yeah, Mystic and Soulcast used
Oh, he
theirs.
did use his.
And Scream's Blade Storm.
Yeah, and because he dived in at the start. Seems unreasonable, guys. Do you mind? All right. I'm used to like flash, smoke, nade. They're like, no. Welcome to our world. Doma to find Yampy to start with. That's gonna be a little bit of a gut punch coming out, considering that was a pretty hefty rifle to be taken away early on. Could be filtered through if desired, but already Scream's gonna try and pick up the pace once again, try and take further forward positioning. Doma's gonna be the one to try and handle that. Durka did find Soulcast, so it's on Durka now. He has got some sort of players with him who's boasted, but wait! Durka again, this guy! The immovable object! He's gonna try and play around towards Scream's side. Still deeper on the side. Smoke comes in, allows Boaster to get the attention. He's thinking about it. Do I get closer to this now? Oh, he is gonna be noted here. Not afraid to give away the game, but Scream has enough of this nonsense. Takes the direct fight, and now the 2v2. Magnum trying to get that timing just right. Scream and Cryptics both there. And it's just a 50-50 at this point. He's swing back in, the wall goes down, Scream says hello, and Mystic
you got a
now the
headshot.
1v2. Good damage, and look at the damage done. This becomes a problem for what remains with Liquid. This goes on towards the side, Cryptics could be dead.
And actually, the snake bites perfectly. It forces them off that angle, but Cryptics will land the headshot. Wow. Durka's so unlucky. I'm pretty sure Durka just dislocated his whole arm trying to snap onto Scream hopping up on the box there, but can't get anything else done there. Has to, I guess, ride out the recon bolt, pinging him 3 times. So Cryptics and Scream able to just wait on him trying to make a move. Again, look at this.
Oh,
The ponytail, man. It's a Sage main's worst nightmare. It's always that, sticking over the top of something.
update when, Raito, please.
Well, it was like with Sova's capes. You
I
remember
know,
that?
Sova's cape, man, just whipping around corners like, well,
You couldn't jiggle peek anything.
nah. Oh, bit of a trade out and a half there. Soulcast does keep his life. Mystic takes a bit of a beating too, down to 1 HP now. Coming back off in Yampi though, just perfect connection to catch Boaster trying to get that information in middle. Scream carefully backing away as they do begin that lean towards A.
Take flight.
It's only Durka. This boost we've seen before on top of the wall. Scream drops. Now, does he challenge this solo? He actually does. Yeah, Durka gonna miss that one. Soulcast trying to swing on the same angle, but Durka has to give this up now. We'll play the headshot angle as well, and we'll find Cryptics up on belt. There's a consolation at least.
Rinse and repeat, the same old story of Durka now. Having the rest of Liquid slowly encroaching, Scream being the first man forward. The pre-fire is fantastic, almost gets Dome up. Magnum on the way around towards Heaven to join Durka here, but the spike will be planted. No denial on that. Scream outdone though. The swing from Dome is good. Bit of a Ferrari peek on it, but Link bails him out with the 2 quick kills. And now Durka tries to wait patiently and Soulcast takes his life. We do see the stabilization of Liquid here. Getting towards 12. And again, this is no best of 3, this is best of 5. And at 1-1, this is where it goes, you know, we're going to start having long series conversations on our hands. So don't get overly excited just yet. This is a marathon in front of us. So at this point, Liquid going to keep themselves building, though, in the right direction here.
Placing sentry.
FNATIC will get a purchase back for this. Magnum no armor though. Boaster with the Hunter's Fury, the only ultimate available for FNATIC.
Get out of my way!
And immediately, actually, Scream gonna pop the Bladestorm, finds Doma within the first 3 seconds of the round. And Yampi swings on it. Durka falls. 5v3 very early long for Liquid. Make it a 5v2. They want to close this out now. They want to reset. Go next. Mystic gonna find Soulcast, but Scream already on the hunt, and look at that.
What a dream.
Win.
Hey,
What a
talk
dream.
about getting stomped and it not affecting your confidence. They bounce back here. Liquid looking very comfortable on Icebox.
Yeah, they do, and the players looked exceedingly comfortable. I mean, I'll always enjoy Scream on a Jet, right? The guy is too good to
Heretics
deny.
logo.
Cryptics had a fantastic series as well, keeping him at, I think he hit above 22. They were both up there. I think one of the storylines for me, for Liquid, the big change-up, was the fact that Cryptics has been fantastic. It's not just been that Yampi and that kind of Scream sort of show-off. You can put him up there in the conversation now.
No, and actually, you know, last time it was 13-10 on Icebox previously when they did face, and Scream was on that Reyna. So just that slight adjustment once again. Yampi on the Killjoy looking very impactful for Liquid.
Look, I will, again, be always about Durka outplaying Yampi there on long. I could watch that all day long. I love the little kind of, you know, back and forth mind games that go on between, you know, I guess similar roles or similar players. Like, you know, both Oppers kind of having to, you know, next step counter that peak that they were doing and unraveling those positions. I love everything we saw from that. Now, again, this opens up to, I think, Ascent being on the cards. Now, that's all of this is an exciting prospect. I can't just keep saying that phrase, but I am actually really excited to see the last potentially 3 maps here. This could be a long series, and I'm all for it.
I wouldn't have it any other way for a best of 5. And again, got over to Ascent where we're going to see Scream again flex onto the Phoenix, which has been so exciting to watch the last few weeks.
Yeah, and if he starts actually really finding form there, he's, you know, the self-sustain, but also the support towards the team. Yampi comes into the equation. All right, a lot more to be said. We're not the ones to be telling you about it. It will be the Analyst Desk after the break.